It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons. And it's coming up next.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
That's Cameron Dicker set to get us started. And we are underway from Atlanta. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So the Falcons make their way out behind their new quarterback for 2024. Signed back in March, the veteran Kirk Cousins.
And coming off of an offseason where Kirk Cousins was coming back from an Achilles injury, he thought that was going to be his biggest challenge. Instead, the Falcons drafted Michael Penix out of Washington in the first round. And while that was a jolt, Kirk Cousins has a great ability to just shake things off, move forward, and let his talents come through.
And complete to Drake London. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down. Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Cousins. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On the move to his left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Clock running, under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Great effort by Derwin James on the stop.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown.
Well, they've been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Point after here coming up. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Seven 0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now it's Herbert. He'll swing this out. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
Over the middle and caught by McConkey. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. That is taken in by Hurst. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To the air again, Herbert. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. Herbert. And he's got it. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Play action now. Cousins. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Off the play fake, Cousins. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Deep to return is Darius Davis. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Coup now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now 2nd and 5. Here's Herbert. That's to one of the new Charger wideouts, DJ Chark. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a count.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 9. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought Robert
puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Falcons grab it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half of their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
To about the 26 here. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him, because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now Cousins. Completes and Mooney on the slant. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. 3rd and goal for Cousins. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Ray McLeod from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Herbert now. That's once again complete to Chark. Here's a 2nd and 5. Herbert back to the air. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now this one finds McConkey. Here's 2nd down and 3. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Richie Graham. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. LA set to take over again on offense. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Here's Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. They'll look to throw here on first down. And again, that's Hurst. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 2nd down and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Again, Herbert. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And here now come the Falcons. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Second and 11 now. Robinson up the middle. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.